This is going to be a bit of a topsy-turvy garden day today. I am busy doing some work on the house. We're repainting, so doing some sanding and filling and waiting for things to dry. I'm pottering around in the garden, and don't you just love it when you find things that you've been waiting for ages so patiently? Here I have a beautiful ranunculus bud about to bloom. I'm super excited about that. Got some carrots down the side here, and I think it's a fingerling eggplant there. But oh, so excited about that. I've seen Laura from Garden Answer planting ranunculus in her spring season, and oh, her beds always look so gorgeous. So that is a super exciting one, and especially considering you can keep the corms at the end of each season and they multiply and you can have more than you started with. So very, very excited about that blooming. I think that's just going to look gorgeous. And here, just round the corner, blueberry buds. Oh, that is so cool. And it is just loaded. This blueberry bush has given me a hard time. I've had it for about 3 years now and it hasn't done very much, but hopefully this is the year that I get more than 3 blueberries. This is so exciting. Love it. Love it, love it. Peas growing up there. And some sprouting broccoli. That's just taken off this week. It's been a bit of a funny week weather-wise. A little bit of cold and then a super hot day. But obviously, it's been good for the garden. Here, I think I've realized why my cucumbers are dismal. I think I'm an eager beaver, and planting them out when they're just too young. I've got some that have sprouted in their seedling box and are looking so much healthier. So note to self, be patient and wait. So I am weeding my garden beds and pulling out things that are ready to be pulled out. I have to constantly remind myself to actually eat the food that I grow. It always just looks so beautiful in the garden that I forget to eat it. But walking past here, pardon my lack of intelligence, but I did think this was a kale, a version of kale that I had been gifted. But as I walk past, lo and behold, look at that delicious surprise. I'm so super excited. Thank you, Ronwin. I don't know if that was intended. For some reason, I thought it was a kale seedling because you did give me quite a few, but I'm not going to be sorry that that has turned into that. Beautiful cauliflower. This bed needs a lot of work, lots of love. But in my corner over here, I have transplanted this morning some yellow bean bushes. So I'm excited about those. I love colorful vegetables. Who knew that there were so many different types of colored vegetables? We just always see the green and maybe some red and yellow peppers, and that's about it. Nothing super exciting until you dive into the world of growing your own vegetables. Oh, and over here, a pepino melon, also gifted to me from Ronwin. Here's my little 2 fruit growing nicely there, and a whole bunch more flowers. So hopefully that produces nicely. Some more sprouting broccoli here. I've pulled up the sedum from the edge of one of my pathways, and I'm going to go put it in the actual garden. Some beets, some more failed cucumbers over there, and here we go. Here I have some nice healthy looking cucumbers growing in the seed tray still. So I'll continue to nurture those and plant them out in a little bit, maybe get some more going, and try again from some stronger seedlings. Some daisy seeds. Got to sing happy birthday apparently to all your baby seedlings as they come up. Jess says from Roots and Refuge Farm. Yeah, some baby cabbages. Happy birthday. Other things are taking a little bit longer. come up. I've had the seeds for a while, so I'm not sure if they're a little bit duddy. Those don't look so great. Little gift from my mum. Oh, go around this way. A little bit of pretty. Love it. More beans. I think these ones are just green and maybe one or two purple beans planted in there. Some healthy spring peas finally shooting up to grow up along there. And then over here, lots of work needs to be done. Here I have zinnias that just self-seeded at the beginning of winter and were a gorgeous purple color for the whole of winter, and I loved how random they were. They weren't confined into the garden beds, and it just, oh, it made me feel very happy the whole of my winter season. But I have some bags over to keep seeds so that I can share with Runwin from Ronnie's Green Patch. And then she likes specific colors, so I'm trying to get her those colors, and then the rest I will just put into a big container and sprinkle in my garden soon. So the garden is needing a little bit of love, but it's such a weird time at the moment. We've had a lovely wet winter and everything's remained green, but everything feels a bit dry at the moment. So as I work full time, and this week has been super hectic work wise, so I haven't had much time to get into the garden to water. So my flowers do kind of have to look after themselves and survive on less water rather than more water. And with the extra hot day that we had just recently, they're probably looking a little bit sad, although these are looking really gorgeous, popping with color. But there's lots of empty space that I need to fill. Life goals. Indian hawthorn, which Rob and I went on a garden shopping adventure once, and we decided to buy ourselves something in memory of that. All for garden shopping adventures like that, buying flowers to remember things. 100% happy with that idea. Looks like the dogs have squished a few of the flowers. Lambs here growing beautifully there, it's looking lovely. But yes, definitely lots of watering needed. Last week I trimmed some of the hedge at the back there, so a few little leaves lying around. Rose bush, getting some nice leafing on it. This bougainvillea hedge is gorgeous when it flowers. Been trimmed recently. And looking forward to seeing this garden grow and bloom. My gorgeous fig tree. This is the year that it's going to give me tons of delicious figs. I've got some Hessian bags ready to pop onto the figs as they start growing, because I think last year, while I got one delicious fig off there, I lost a couple that I had seen grown and then just disappeared, and I'm sure the birds got to them, so I'm ready. This is a new addition to the flower family. Looking forward to seeing that just burst into life. Such a gorgeous color. And then this. It's gone a bit wild. It's a jasmine and it smells quite lovely right now, but it doesn't seem to flower more than just now. So it pops out a few little buds. Also needs a good weeding. And then that's it. Then it's just a green hedge for the rest of the year. Anyway, got some gora popping up there, and hopefully this is the year for my Sally Ann climbing rose to do its thing and just to be gorgeous. We haven't had much luck with it. For some reason it just doesn't flower. 1 or 2 flowers and then nothing, just long spindly branches. So I'm definitely doing something wrong there. Yummy, delicious strawberries. Custard apple tree looking good. Another gift from Ronwin. Ronnie's green patch. And then this is one of my recent additions, kindly gifted to me by my loving husband. He doesn't want to necessarily do the work in the garden, but he is super happy to spoil me. So I have, I'll tell you exactly what they are. Vanilla Cordana miniature roses. Very excited to see how that's going to turn out. Monachi tree. I saved these seeds from a nachi that I bought from Woolworths, and I got 2 shoots. One I have planted into the garden that I want to try and espalier. But this one is looking super healthy at the moment. And hopefully, I think this is year 3, so holding thumbs, crossing fingers and toes that this is the year I get some fruit. Yes, Twinkie and Storm, the 2 most beautiful Ridgeback dogs you could ever hope to have as pets. And there's just a little impromptu tour of my front garden.